Hi, everyone. How are you? How are you? I pray everybody's doing well today. Want to share with you on a topic called three R's that I believe that all single mothers possess. And, as a single mom, there were some things that I discovered that I had on the inside of me that I really didn't see as I was going through it. But being called to mothers and having a ministry to mothers, having an organization um, that supports moms and coaches moms and just causes moms to become all that they're supposed to be. I was thinking about this today, and I want to share these three R's with you because I think that they're so important. And so, if you're a single mom that's listening, I want you to go ahead and let somebody know that we're on. And if you're a single mom that's listening, I want you to share with another single mom that you have. Or if you're not a single mom, go ahead and share it with a single mom that you have in your life, somebody that you love, because these three R's are three R's that I know that if you've been a single mom for any length of time, you possess. You literally have them. You embody them because they are three characteristic traits that three character traits that come with the territory. They are three character traits that come with doing this job. They are three characteristics that come with being a single mom, and they are resourcefulness, resilience, and resolve. Resourcefulness, resilience, and resolve. And, as I said, these are things that I discovered as a single mom when I was a single mom. I'm not a single mom now. I'm a married mom, but I was a single mom for a number of years. And these are things that I know God just somehow built up on the inside of me while I was a single mom. Of course, it didn't stop there, but being a single mom and having to be resilient, having to be resourceful, and having to be just having that resolve to just get up and do it, get up and have the faith, to just have the get up and go was something that I know was carved out in me during that time. And so, as I think about, as you're coming in, I want you to just jump in and hear me. I'm not going to be long, but I want to share this with you because I know that it's going to encourage you. As a single mom, one of the very first things I discovered that I had was resilience. Just going through all of the things that I went through and having to bounce back and become all that I needed to become. As a single mother, can I tell you that you have a level of resilience that you probably don't realize that you have? As a single mother, you have a level of resourcefulness that you don't realize that you have. You are that person that has to go and you have to go and dig it out. You have to go and find it out. You have to go and figure out the resources. And God, I believe, has a certain level of mercy and a certain level of grace on single mothers' lives for resourcefulness. And so I want to encourage you to not give up. I want to encourage you and remind you that God hasn't forgotten you. And then the very third R is that resolve, that determination. And when I think about this determination, I think about three women in the Bible. The widow with Zarephath, and I'm going to just go through these very quickly. The widow with Zarephath she was a widow. She didn't have a husband. She was a single mother. She had one small child, and she ministered to the prophet Elijah. And upon ministering to him, she found that she put herself in the position of being blessed. This was a woman that had to have a resolve. This was a woman that didn't have food. She fed him. She fed him out of her lack. And she had to dig in and give where she didn't have to give. That's a level of resolve that I just believe single mothers possess. The second single mother in the Bible that I can think of is Naomi. Naomi was married to Elimelech, who passed away, and there she was with her two sons, who then died. And then she was left with her two daughter-in-laws, Orpah and Ruth. And so she found herself being a single mom, having to go and, she really wanted to be alone. But her daughter-in-law, Ruth, said, "No, I'm going with you. Wherever you go, I'm going to go." The third single mom is Hagar, who, of course, was the handmaiden of Sarah. And when Sarah didn't think that she was going to be able to have a baby, she told her husband Abram to go into my handmaid Sarah. And of course, they had the child Ishmael. And so these are three women who possessed, in one way or another, maybe they didn't all possess all of these R's, but they possess them in one way or another. And what I see when I look at resilience, and maybe this is you, when I look at resilience, you have that resilience to bounce back, to get back up, to be steadfast, to be enduring, to say, "I'm not going to give up. I'm doing this on my own. I've been left to just sort of do this and raise this child on my own. That's the position Hagar was kind of in. Although we know that Abram was going to be there, she really felt like she was alone when Sarah said, "You've got to get her out of my house. I want this woman out of my house." She felt like she was alone. And so if you're that mother, that young single mother, middle-aged single mother, and you're raising children alone, remember that there's a resilience that God will give you. That resilience is connected to something called long suffering, I believe. And we find that in Galatians 5. If you're that mother who says, you know what, I've got to figure everything out on myself, I believe that God has a level of resourcefulness that he just pours out over women. And then if you're a single mom, you have a double dose of resourcefulness. And connected to that resourcefulness, I would say, is peace. You know, Jesus says that the Bible says that he gives us the peace that surpasses all understanding. I believe that there's a level of peace that comes with resourcefulness because you say to yourself, you know what, I've got to figure this out. And so I can't sit here and whine. I can't sit here and, and just sort of wallow in my, in my fear and in my anxiety. I've got to get up. I've got to get some peace about myself. And on top of it all, I've got to get some resolve. And that's the third R. And I've got to get this done. And so if you're a single mom, I remember just having to sort of be that person who had to dig in, that person who had to have that resolve. I remember what it's like, and I wanted to minister to you today, and just to tell you, remind you that you've got what it takes to do what needs to be done. I know that you may not want to be a single mom forever, but for the time that you are in it, just be encouraged to know that you've got the tools, you've got the weapons, you've got your God on your side, and just know that all things are working together for your good. Know that all things are working together for your good. So if I can just encourage you to just continue to go, continue to shine, continue to push, continue to pray. All things are working together for your good. And don't forget that you do have these three R's: resourcefulness, resilience, and resolve. And you can do it. Philippians 4:13 says you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And so go and do it. Get it done. And of course, as I always say, live surrendered. God bless you guys. Have an amazing rest of the day.